Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to do what they call conversation starters. Sorry if my voice sounds weird. I'm getting over a cold. It's windy, so I'm going to try to make sure I talk loud. What I was going to say was some people have issues with small talk. I don't like when we're just talking about the weather. That gets old. It's kind of, but, maybe if you're networking, if you're having a get together, or if you're newly dating someone, conversation starters, it's helpful sometimes for some people. They don't know what to say. You want something beyond what's your favorite color? What do you like to eat? That's a little boring. So I'm going to run through some of these questions. There's quite a bit on here. I'm going to try not to make this too long. I might have to cut it in half. I don't know. I had someone else write them down so that I wouldn't know ahead of time what I'm being asked. And I'll answer. Comment below if you guys have any questions for me. This is kind of like a getting to know me also, because I didn't tell too much about myself so far. So let's see. What hard life lesson took you the longest to understand? Okay, we're going in with a big one first. Hard life lesson that took me the longest to understand. How not to take everything so personal. That sometimes people are going through things that you have no idea what they're going through. And you can sometimes take it out on a friend, a loved one, a stranger, unknowingly, a lot of the time. And I used to take things very personal. And I had to realize there were a lot of unhappy people. And it wasn't about me. A lot of the times it wasn't about me. And figuring that out was very helpful because it helped calm my nerves, it calmed me down, and be less reactive. Let's see. If you could go back in time and change something, what would it be? If you could go back in time and change something, what would it be? My brother would still be here. My brother was murdered. He would still be here. His birthday is the same day as my daughter's. His name was Brandon. And that's definitely what I would change. What's something you wish you didn't give up on? That's a hard one. I don't know. I would probably say dance, to be honest. I love dance. I've always took dance classes. I think I told you guys in a video before, I took ballet when I don't have a ballet body, feet, none of that. But it was just fun to take, and I got in shape. But I've always loved dance. Like, if my dream would be to own a dance studio, honestly, I'd probably live upstairs above the studio. I absolutely love dance. And I feel like I kind of gave up a little bit on it. So that would probably be. Do you think you're a good person? Oh, gosh. Here's the thing. I don't think I'm a bad person. I think everybody has different ideas of what a good person is. Because to me, sometimes I've heard people say that somebody was a good person. And I was like, I think sometimes people think somebody's a good person if they're quiet or if they're, they're not reactive. Oh, they're a good person because they say nothing and don't let anyone, let people walk all over them sometimes. Sometimes that's what people consider a nice person. Me personally, I do feel like I have a giving heart. I do feel like in the future when I have more money, I definitely want to invest in helping single moms because I'm a struggling single mother. I've been homeless. I would love to help the homeless. And I can do that without money. But I do think my heart is in the right place. Sometimes I think my intrusive thoughts is what makes me feel like, are you a good person? But everyone has intrusive thoughts, right? That shouldn't make or break whether I'm a good person. So yeah, I don't know. I think I'm a good person overall. We'll say that. How do you want to be apologized to? Ooh. I think a genuine letter. I think if someone wrote a genuine letter and maybe flowers, I can't really I don't know. A genuine letter though, I think that would definitely be something that would make me, because when people write down their words, you're able to kind of feel what they're feeling through the words. You also want people to say it to your face, but a nice letter. The wind was really not letting me be great, so I had to change to the car. I'm so mad. Anyway, so let's see. I just talked about how do I want to be apologized to. Okay. Number 6, is there a moment in your life that changed how you treat people? There's no moment. There is moments. I think overall in my life, things have happened that made me change how I treat people. And I won't say like, more so as not trusting people. I don't treat people bad, but yeah, I just don't. Over time, I've definitely learned how to treat people differently. I move a little different. At which age do you think you were the best version of yourself? Probably now. I know that sounds maybe like, but honestly, now I'm the best version of myself, and I hope I only get better. What's the most admirable aspect of human nature? Perseverance. The fact that a human being can go through so much, because people have had way harder lives than I've had, and they still are like living and raising children and not jumping. Like, I'm serious. Like, it amazes me how much human beings can just keep going through all of the things that are going on in life. So if you walked into a room with anyone you ever met, who'd you go looking for first? My Uncle Doc. There's a bond that was with my uncle that I don't know. Some people just have a bond and you can't explain it. And that person was just like put in your life intentionally. And I hate that he's gone. And I know life would be so different if he was still here. But I would definitely go looking for him first. Which would you choose? True love with a guarantee of a broken heart, or never loved at all? I'm currently going through a broken heart. And, but this says true love. This is the thing. I think I have loved a couple people. I don't know that they loved me in return. And there is a difference with that. But never being loved at all. I feel like who can function never being loved at all? It's kind of like food. Love is like nutrients to human beings almost. So I guess I would say true love, where I love them and they love me in return. And a broken heart. I don't like this feeling of a broken heart, but never being loved at all doesn't sound like a plan. What remains unchanged about you since your childhood? Still crazy. No, I'm just kidding. Whoever knows me, no comment. Childhood. I think I still have wisdom about people. I'm usually pretty good at reading people. I've always been pretty good with that. Like, I've eliminated people out of my life because I was able to read the room pretty well. So I've had, when I did have people who weren't that great in my life, I got rid of them. Sorry, you guys, I have a cold. I'm getting over a cold, so I know I sound funny. What or who have you given up on? I can't answer that because it would be controversial. And I don't, that person can't defend themselves. So yeah, I'm just not going to answer that. Sorry. What's a small thing that makes you happy? Pickles. They said small. I sometimes am driving home from work thinking about how I can't wait to open up my kosher dill cocktail Kroger brand pickles. Very specific. They make me happy. What's one thing in the world you'll never get tired of doing? Dancing. I will never get tired of dancing. It's one of my favorite things. I'm going to dance when I'm 80 with my grandchildren. I love it. Is your perception of yourself closer to who you are or to who you like to be? Probably to who I like to be. I'm working on it. So, yeah, it's to who I like to be. It's not terrible where I'm at, but, you know. What would you rather change, your past or your future? The thing is, if you change the past, then it automatically changes the future. But I don't know what my future is, so what if it's amazing? And then I change it. So we'll say the past. If you met your 10-year-old self, what would you say? I would say it's going to be okay. It's going to feel like it's not okay. It's going to feel like you're going to die inside, but it's going to be okay. If you could know the absolute truth to one question, what would you ask? I'd probably ask, what is my purpose? What is the point? I mean, that sounds terrible. And a lot of people want to know what their purpose is. I just can't imagine that my only purpose was to bring my daughter into the world. Grateful that she's here and I know she's going to do great things, but what is my purpose? That would definitely be my question. What patterns are you trying to break in your life? Being negative. I want to think more positive about everything. I feel like the more positive that you think, the better things turn out. Yes, bad things are going to happen because that's just life. But I think if you're more positive about life, you tend to be a happier person. That's just my opinion. At what point in your life were you the happiest? Oh, have I ever been happy? No, I'm kidding. I would probably say my early 20s because I was carefree. I was working. I was traveling. I was partying with not a worry or care in the world. Things weren't great family-wise, but it was one of the happiest times. I have some good memories from back then. Do you believe men and women can be strictly platonic friends? Yes, I do. I do think that exists. I think it's rare. I think there's always someone attracted to someone. I think sometimes people are holding on to someone just in case, or someone's like secretly attracted to someone, or a lot of times there's an agenda. So I think that's rare that you have a strictly platonic friend, but I do think it's possible. Who do you want to watch the stars with at 2 a.m. and talk about life? I can't currently answer that. Sorry. If you could say I love you to one person right now, who would it be? My daughter. I love you, Bean. What song breaks your heart every time you hear it? Maxwell, Woman's Work. Every time I hear that song, I don't even know if I know what the words are exactly, but when I hear that song, instantly I want to cry. I get teary-eyed. It's Maxwell Woman's Work. That song, I don't know. It does something to me. What's something you'd love to experience for the first time again? Being in love, but having someone love me just as much as I love them. I think when it's unequal, which they say someone always loves someone more, but sometimes I think there could be like an equal, like it can be equal to the point of like, how much will you fight for each other? How much are you going to fight for this? Yeah, there's going to be times where you're higher, I'm higher emotionally, but we're both willing to fight to be in this, you know? As much as I don't like how I feel right now being brokenhearted and how I felt before, there's something about being in love and being loved. It's just a great feeling. It's like a drug. And humans need it. So I can't say that I wouldn't want to feel that again. Out of everyone you know, who has your most trust? I don't trust people, so I would have to say my daughter. And I know you guys are like, she's 17, but honestly, she's brutally honest, maybe because she's a teenager. And she knows me. She knows me better than my mother knows me. She knows me better than, I don't know. She knows me very well. Sometimes I want to say better than myself. And she's very honest with me about things. So, and I just trust her. I trust that she makes good decisions and good choices, which I'm happy with that considering she's about to go to college and be away from me. So yeah, her. So if you guys have any more questions for me, or if you just want to comment below on any of these, I'd love to hear it. And hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.